What's going on YouTube? Lewis B back again with another video, and those of you with a sharp eye will realise that these are actually not Audi seats behind me. Today we've got something a bit different. We're in a Mercedes AMG A35 hatch, and this is the Premium Plus version, hence the sunroof and all the other toys that we'll get into. But yeah, as I said, different scenes. Normally you're probably used to seeing the A3 or some other type of Audi, but yeah, today we're switching it up. So thanks to Mercedes for giving me this for a few hours. And yeah, let's go around the car, let's have a look at the features, and yeah, let's hear my opinions on it. I mean, you know I'm a strong Audi man myself, but yeah, let's see if Mercedes can sway me on this one. I mean, I've had the S3, so it'll be good to compare this one actually, as this one's got about, I believe, 306 brake horsepower, 2-litre engine. So yeah, let's see how Mercedes compares. Right, so outside the car now, this car's finished in a lovely blue colour. I believe they call it Sonic Blue or something. Please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, nevertheless, it's such a nice blue. It's got sort of like a, I don't know what the word for it. It's not too shiny, but as you can see, I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. It does go well with like the black wheels and the aero kit on this car. So yeah, as I said, it's A35, so 306 PS I believe, competitive to the Audi S3 and the sort of like the BMW 135i and then the predecessor of the 140. So yeah, in the hot hatch scene, this is the hatchback. So they do this in a saloon, but as I said, the version we've got now is the hatch. And I must say, I probably prefer the saloon. If we can get our hands on one of them, then that would be great. But yeah, hatch it is that we have today. As you can see, it's got the aero kit on it, which gives it the black spoiler. You've got the huge sort of rear diffuser here, with the twin exhaust. Hasn't got the quad like the A45 has, but yeah, you've got the two exhausts either side, which do sound pretty nice, which we'll get into in a minute. And then you've got these sort of vents on the side as well, which add to sort of the presence of the car. From the back, it does look extremely different to the A-Class, I must say. They've done a good job of differentiating the two, especially when you do have the aero kit, but again, that does cost money, with a couple £1,000. But yeah, it does give you the right tools, and when you've got the panoramic roof, it looks even more aggressive. It literally adds to the presence of the car. Even from the front here, it does make a slight difference, and yeah, it makes it look very aggressive on the road. I mean, as I said, you can really differentiate the normal A-Class to the A35 when you do have the aero kit on it. When you don't have the aero kit on it, it kind of looks pretty similar, but definitely go for the aero kit if you can. And more on that, it gives you these, I can't remember the word for this either, but it gives you this nice sort of aero body design here, with the front splitter as well, which comes all the way across the bottom, and then the exact same on the other side. And as I said, it's the Premium Plus as well, and you get these nice sort of matte black multi-spoke alloys with the silver AMG ventilated calipers as well, which are pretty big brakes. I mean, it does need it, because this car does shift. I mean, I've compared, not compared, sorry, but I've driven an S3 and an A35, and off the line, the S3 is probably a bit quicker than this. I mean, I've done a few launch controls against an A35 before, my old S3, and the S3 just nipped it in the bud ever so slightly. But maybe on the track this might be a bit different with the aerodynamics and other sort of driving technology. This might nip it on the bud. But one thing I don't like actually is this chrome bit on the doors, but I don't really know what you can actually do about that. I just think where the car's all black and then you've got these chrome handles, it does look slightly weird. But the privacy glass as well is pretty dark, and that ties in nicely with the silhouette of the car. Coming onto the inside now, with it being the Premium Plus, you're pretty much at the top end of the spectrum here. You've got the Burmeister speakers, electric seats, heated seats, folding mirrors. You've got the panoramic sunroof as well. So nice sort of bucket seats there as well. They hold you in. They are actually better than the S3 seats, I must say. But obviously you can opt for the Super Sport seats, which I haven't had before, so I couldn't compare for you. And then you've got your lights, so you've got automatic, which you just tend to leave it on. Handbrake there. Your AMG mats as well, and this lovely steering wheel. So it looks pretty complicated, but once you're in it, you will get used to it. So you've got your controls on the right side, which controls the right screen, and your controls on the left side, which control the left screen. But yeah, we'll jump in and have a look at that anyway. You've got slight badging on the side here, so like turbo 4MATIC. With this car being a four-wheel drive, it does help get itself off the line pretty quickly. And then you've got the AMG badge here in this grille. This is slightly different to that normal A-Class as well, but when you get the A45, you get the, I believe they call it Panamera grille, or panoramic grille. I can't remember what the name is for that. Where I'm so used to Audis when it comes to the other brands, I'm not too in the know, but we will get there after a few more videos, I hope. But nevertheless, I'm sure you guys are probably smarter than me, so you guys will know more than me. But yeah, you get the grille with the like lines in it, and makes it look a bit more aggressive. But I've seen a lot of A35s, people sort of change their grille, so then they have the sort of grille, the A45 grille on this, so it can fool people. But it does look nice. Personally, I wouldn't do it myself. I'd probably just black out the grille, because I kind of like the OEM kind of spec. But yeah, it does look good. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this. It looks 10 times better than the S3, I must say. From the outside, I mean, I would get one of these, hands down. I would 100% get one. If it actually was the choice between the S3 and this, I would get this, which may surprise you guys, but yeah, this is what I'm a fan of. And if you want me to try pull out an S3, or anybody in the comments got an S3, let me know so we can have a look at it. I've got one of my friends taking delivery of one soon, but when he does, we'll do a video on it and have a look. But yeah, let's jump on the inside now and take a look at all these gadgets and all these buttons. So inside the A35 now, I must say, first thing I'll comment on is the seats. They don't look too sporty, but they do hug you in fine. And the things with seats is that it depends on the person whether they like them or not. For me, it fits me fine, but somebody with a larger frame or smaller frame, they might find it a bit different, with different back structure and whatnot. But yeah, enough about the human body. The seats are good, and they're good enough for this car. Like, you shouldn't feel disappointed with these seats. But where it all kicks off then is this massive sort of screen that you have here. Well, it's actually split into two screens, but yeah, let's start the engine up anyway. So yeah, you've got two screens here. You've got your one on the right, which controls your sort of speedo, And then at the moment we are in, turn the music off. At the moment we are in, let's have a look. See, I'm not used to this. Go to sports and displays, and we are in Super Sport, but you can change to sort of a classic view as well, sort of a more comfortable setting. Or we can go, what else have we got here? Let's go over to styles and display. We've got sport mode there, which I don't personally like. It doesn't really look very sporty, I must say. But then if we go back to styles and display again, we have Super Sport, which is the one, I think. And then you can use the scroller as well to show you different sort of things here, like your G-force and whatnot. But that's probably the most common one to drive on the rev counter. It's probably the best one. And you don't really want to look at your miles per gallon, because if you're addicted to pops and bangs like me, you'll probably be getting minus MPG. But yeah, you've got a big screen here on the left. Where this is the Premium Plus, you get this screen. In the standard one, you get two smaller ones. And it is touchscreen as well, where you can go through all your songs, and you can control this screen by this side here, and this screen by this side here. And it's like sort of remember the BlackBerry trackpads. That's how it sort of works. But yeah, easy to use once you get used to it. You've got your cruise control, your phone settings and whatnot, and an AMG badge here, which differentiates you from normal A-class drivers. Got the 3 vents here with the ambient lighting. So I don't know if you've seen videos on it, but obviously at night time this will light up either blue or red when you're changing the temperature, and then you can change all the colours around here and everywhere, and the footwells and stuff like that, and looks really good. You've got wireless charging there, so you see I've got my phone there charging wirelessly. 2 cup holders, and you've got this trackpad as well, which sort of can swipe left and right and whatnot, and operate that with a few widgets here. Here you've got your driving mode, so that goes through sort of slippery mode, individual, comfort, and then sport. And then if I put in Sport Plus, you can hit, I don't know if you heard that, but the valves open a bit. But yeah, actually, let's go and see what this car sounds like. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of the sound of that. But it's quite deep. It doesn't pop and bang on the revving, but when you are driving, you'll get used to it. When you sort of rev to 4,000 RPM and lift your foot off the accelerator, when you are in Sport Plus mode, you do get the pops and crackles, but they've kind of got a mind of their own. But they are loud. You hear them from both in the cabin and outside, and people do turn around like there's some gunshots going off. But it's in a sort of, let's say, not an antisocial way like I've heard some cars, and it sounds good rather than sort of yobbish. Let's say that. Another thing I want to touch on actually is the headlights. So you've got the daytime running lights here at the moment. I don't know how much you can see that, but they're pretty sleek. But as I said, they're not different to the A-class lights or anything like that. They're just the daytime running lights. And then you've got multi-beam LED, and then if you can see in there, it's got the multi-beam. So what that essentially means is that when you're driving, it kind of puts your full beams on and shapes around all the cars ahead of you, so you're not dazzling them. It points at road signs and whatnot, so when you're on the motorways and stuff, then it does work pretty well. But yeah, let's get back in the car because it's freezing. But yeah, as a sort of traditional car, you've got enough space in the back for 2 people. I actually went to Amsterdam in an A35 with 5 people, and it was quite cramped. When I say quite cramped, 5-6 hours in a car, it was extremely cramped. And boot space is big. I'm not going to go around and sort of show you it, but actually, yeah, here I am. That's very, very lazy of me. Show you what the boot looks like. So yeah, it's pretty big, to be fair. I think it's actually slightly bigger than the A3, but it's give or take. I mean, you're going to get the same sort of room in this, the Golf, the 1 Series and whatnot. It's all pretty much the same. But yeah, it's all practical. So yeah, you can actually, it's a good car to have for practicality, but you want a bit of punchiness as well. So yeah, it's definitely winning on that front. But yeah, that's been the interior. You got some nice lights up here. Oh, what's this? Mercedes Me button. I believe that's the SOS button. Oh, what have I done there? Oh, I was calling Mercedes Me. But yeah, let's cancel that. And I believe you say, "Hey Mercedes." Well, it's not doing it on this, but when you say that, it actually pops up like "Hey Siri" kind of thing. Because I've heard loads of reviews and stuff. Oh, Siri's going off there. I've seen in loads of reviews they've said the word Mercedes and then it's actually interrupted their vlogs and whatnot. But yeah, that's not the case here. But yeah, I'm leaving this car in Sport Plus because I've only got it for as I said, a few hours, so I'm not going to waste my time in comfort mode. But yeah, Sport Plus it, and to be fair, if I owned one, I'd probably be in Sport or Sport Plus most of the time. But it's a car you can put mileage on. I can't lie. I mean, I'm not too sure about reliability on these things, but my friend's got one. He's had no problems. He's done nearly 10,000 miles. He's got this in grey, and yeah, he's had no problems. But he does get low MPG, but he just brings the car on the weekend, so you might as well put it in Sport Plus. But yeah, this car is it drives perfectly. It's not uncomfortable. The suspension's fine. I mean, you've got some buttons down here. As I said, that's where you change your drive select. But you've got sort of a suspension button here, so you can change what setting the suspension is. So you look in Sport Plus, it's in this firmest setting, but then you can change it obviously to comfort, and then it will soften up the settings and whatnot. And then here you've got your gearbox if you want it in manual and whatnot, and your traction control as well. Where it does have launch control, you have to like put it in sort of a race start. So you like pull your pedals in, foot on the brake, traction off, left foot on the brake, right foot on the accelerator, then lift off the brake, and then you'll get to the 0 to 60 in like 4.7, 4.8 seconds, something like that. And then you've got all your air conditioning controls and your little tray there, which can cover everything quite nicely. But yeah, that's been the inside of the A35. Right guys, we're going to wrap the video off there. I want to say a massive thank you as we've hit 2,000 subscribers. The walk around on the A3 is on 40k views now, and it's just literally increasing every day. Make sure you check out my recent video with my friend Zane, and we had a drive on the A3, and then sort of went around it and saw kind of what we liked and spoke about what we don't like about it. But yeah, that's been Lewis B. Keep up the support, like a video, leave a comment. As I said, these are kind of more real life reviews of the car, not really kind of the car wow or auto trader reviews that we usually do. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. That's been Lewis B, and enjoy whatever it was you was doing before you clicked on this video.